Good evening and welcome everyone to the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium for the BPL. Yes, it is the Dutch Bank Bangladesh Premier League powered by Rocket, co-sponsor 𝗃𝗃. This is going to be match number 14 featuring Dhaka Capitals, who will be taking on the Chittagong Kings here at the Sylhet International.
Tell you what, viewers, game number 13 was a big one. If you're still recovering, buckle up. We got game number 14 coming up with the Dhaka Capitals against Chittagong Kings. 𝗃𝗃 from Dhaka Capitals, 𝗵𝗺𝗻𝗵𝗀 from Chittagong Kings, our match referee, 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 Paul, alongside our mascot, 𝗃𝗃-36. 𝗃𝗃, you got the coin?
Head call.
Head is the call. Head it is. 𝗵𝗻𝗻𝗵𝗀 has won the toss. And you're going to?
Ball first.
Ball first. Step back side, one side. Thank you. And ball first mainly because of the conditions out here?
Yeah, definitely. Last few matches we saw here, dew is the big part of the game. So that's why we like to bowl first.
And first game in Sylhet, you played really well in the last game in Dhaka. Big conditions changes over in Sylhet, you think?
Yeah, we have a few days rest, so everybody fresh. We're looking for this game.
Is it a negative or a positive to have 5 days off and all of a sudden you won the game, last one, and having 5 days off and playing today?
Actually, this is difficult question to answer. So we have to carry our momentum from the last game. So let's see what happens.
Right. Team news from the last game?
We have same side.
All the best.
Thank you.
𝗃𝗃, I'm guessing if you had won the toss, you would have bowled as well?
Yeah, of course, because of the dew factor. So all team love to chase. I think even myself also same story.
4 games played, all lost. On paper, looks a solid side. What's going wrong?
Actually, still we are struggling with our right combination. Hopefully, we can start from today. So that's the spirit we have inside our team. So I think looking forward to give our best today.
And also conditions do change from Dhaka. You think your side has the capabilities of countering these measures in Sylhet?
Actually, no. If you see our names, it's really big professional players I have. So I think looking forward to give our best. And other thing is we didn't click well. So if we click well, I think we are the most dangerous team.
Right. Get it right. How many changes from last game?
We have 4 changes today.
Don't know or name it?
Actually don't know.
All right. Good luck. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. The news out from here is that Chittagong Kings has won the toss. No surprises. Elected to field first. 𝗃𝗃 is already in the field, so it's a no-brainer. And that Dhaka Capitals has made some changes, 4 of them in fact. Goes to show they're still not settled. They're still trying to find the best 11 and hoping that one of them in the top order will fire. The big news, Liton Das not playing this game.
Yeah, Liton Das is not in. Stephen Eskenazi, shorturl.at from Shafi and Nazmul Islam Oppo come back in. No Habibur Rahman Chauhan, no Alauddin Babu, no Liton Das and no Amir Hamza. So yeah, they made 6 changes in the previous one, 4 in this one. They're going on with the same side, the winning combination.
Why change a winning combination? Simple as that. Because they look really good and the bowling attack is some attack to have a look, and they'll be very happy to be bowling first, maybe because especially before the game there is dew, but it gets heavier come the second innings. So good toss to win for Chittagong Kings, and they're hoping they can restrict this struggling batting lineup of Dhaka Capitals close to about 160 and 170 and try and chase it down.
I need to pick your mind on this. They've played their last match.
Hello, good evening and welcome to the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium for match number 14. The Chittagong Kings taking on the Dhaka Capitals. So just a reminder, it was the Kings that won the toss, and no real surprise, they've elected to bowl first in conditions that have suited chasing because of the dew factor. The outfield gets extremely damp as the evening progresses. The bowlers struggle to hold on to the ball and the batters make hay. We certainly were treated a little bit earlier on today when I suppose we'll call it the feature game because it was a top of the table clash. The 𝗃𝗃 Riders played unbelievably well in the last couple of overs to turn what looked like a certain defeat into a victory against 𝗵𝗁𝗃 𝗁𝗃. But here we are, the Dhaka Capitals on 0 from 4, and they've made 4 changes to their starting 11 after making 6 changes in the previous game. So no real idea at the moment of what their best 11 is. Well, they better hurry up and find it because they need to start winning. The Chittagong Kings, they've hardly played, only played a couple of games. They've won 1 and lost 1. and they will play their first game here in Sylhet this evening. Alongside me, former Bangladesh international 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗏 Khan. Atta, just a little reflection on that game earlier before we get things underway here this evening.
But I think we've seen one of the best matches so far. Jason Roy will be hoping that he can say goodbye on a good note. Would really love to get in contact with some runs. So will he. Tanzid Hassan hasn't been at his best. 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗏 will start the proceeding.
Quality bowler, this man. If there's some swing early on, he'll find it. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. There is a little bit of shape for him.
Yeah, especially in the evening game, you can see the ball doing a bit. That's about why it's been difficult for the batters. Very good start for 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗏. On the money, bit of a bounce also. Dhaka making those 4 changes will be hoping that they get on the points table.
Jason Roy played his first game a couple of days ago, and now he's going to be playing his last game before he flutters off to Dubai. I'm always intrigued during the Bangladesh Premier League to see those who look after the lists, the squads of the team, who they bring in when they lose a player. We know that Alex Hales for the 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗏 Raiders, who's been so good, he leaves as well tomorrow. Who they will replace him with. It was in the air for some time, that.
Well done, boys. Well done, boys.
But Roy's off the mark.
Yeah, twice they've batted first, Dhaka, in the 4 matches that have played before. Totally just a little bit away to the wrong side of 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗏𝗏. It's just a gentle chip. And they managed to score 179 against Rajshahi, the same opposition. Or rather, one that particular match that they played against Rajshahi. And they scored 173 for 9. That is their best so far. But they lost by 7 wickets. The batting has to come good here.
Two's the call. They should get it and do. I was fortunate enough to have a little chat before the start of the first game with another former Bangladesh international in 𝗵𝗺 𝗵𝗃𝗃. And he was saying that he thought that a lot of grass had been taken off this pitch, and he felt that even though there would be dew in the evening, that the surface would get a little bit slower as the day wore on. We've seen a couple of balls go in the air so far at just little check drives. Another good crowd in here. Standing umpires, Morshid Ali Khan Suman. Man standing at square leg, Ghazi Sohail. Some difficulties for the men in the middle in the previous game. I tell you what, everyone was nervous. The thousands in attendance, the players, the commentators, the umpires. It was an edge of your seat thriller. Really good start, 3 without loss. Now, has he dragged? Has he dragged? Will certainly go upstairs. It's just whether Jason Roy has dragged that back leg.
TV umpire to director, we have a umpire's review for stamping. I checked fit, it's a fair delivery. Show me your side on angle, please. Keep rolling. Batsman will out. Can you show me the opposite angle, please? Keep rolling, keep rolling. Freeze the replay. One frame back, one frame back. Yeah, freeze the replay. Batter's feet on the line and wicket bells off. I am ready to make my decision in big screen.
Lovely bit of work from Mohammad Mithun. That is as quick as a flash. Beats the outside edge of Jason Roy. And the impact that he will make before he leaves for Dubai is not the one that he would have hoped. But the credit must go to the skipper, the man with the gloves. That is quite brilliant wicket keeping. Jason Roy goes for 1. Dhaka 3 for 1. So Stephen Eskenazi, the new man, plays for Middlesex in England. Has also played for the Perth Scorchers, and he is here because of this.
It's a beautiful piece of wicket keeping, but I thought the ball was brilliant. Maybe he was trying to play, hoping the ball would come in, but it goes away. It's a lovely delivery. Beautiful start for Al Islam.
Now there it is again. It's just a little bit of away movement.
There is a mystery about him. Because just keep an eye, close eye on what the ball is going to do, because on both occasions it has moved away from the right-hander.
Yes, boy, lovely. That's your perfect area. That's your perfect ball.
Have a look at this ball. Look at that turn. That is a beauty. Or maybe a slip in place is not a bad idea.
Yes, boy, you're good. Keeper. Good boy.
Fielded. So early pressure here for the Capitals. Eskenazi's been in the side. He got a 40, then he got a first baller and was left out. Tough school, this Dhaka Capitals. You get a game, you fail, you move on. Now they bring him back in the side. And I think that's the first sign of a real unsettled unit, is when you're chopping and changing, and teams lose games, but when you've got a new 11 every single game, certainly doesn't breed confidence within the unit, as a player is frightened to fail, in that if he does, he fears being left out immediately.
One more.
Yeah, Al Islam has had a wonderful time with the ball. He's picked up only 5 wickets. With that, another wicket in the bag, so that's 6 now. And before this game, he's gone at a rate of 4.25. As economy, that is brilliant. He's been outstanding with the ball. First time he'll be bowling to a left-hander. He started well. Wicket in his very first delivery. 3 dots on the trot. Just a single.
It's the one that spins back in. Oh, bowled. Nicely bowled. That's a really good first over. A successful one. 4 for 1. Unbeaten. 6 from 6 the 𝗃𝗺𝗽𝗧 and the reigning champions, 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗀𝗃, sit in second place. And the only 2 games that they've lost have been against the 𝗃𝗺𝗽𝗧. Just be a single. There's so much more that can happen in that table, though. I mean, if you think about 𝗬𝗏 having lost 3 out of 3, there doesn't really need to be panic from them, because the 3 losses have been against the 2 teams at the top of the table.
Yeah, good point. It's important for teams like 𝗬𝗏, the Strikers, and also Dhaka Capital to get that first win in. Go and get first couple of points and see how it goes, because once you start winning, confidence, they'll be much more confident when they take on the opposition after a win. They haven't had a win yet. Yes, they've lost to some good teams, but you need just one win to turn things around. You started to feel confident, you're much more positive. There's so much in the dressing room and the team meetings. How do one win a match? Why not the top order is scoring runs? What about our bowlers? Has our fielding been sharp? So a lot of negative thoughts in and around. When you do start to win, then you look at the positive. And that's the reason why I feel your first win is so very crucial. And it's getting a bit tight here, because high-flying 𝗃𝗺𝗽𝗧, 6 wins out of 6 matches. You got to do it now. Now is the time for someone like Dhaka Capital to ensure they get on the points table.
Well, that's raced through. It's bounce, it had pace, it's buys. Might have been tight on a wide as well.
The reaction was a surprise one from Mohammad Mithun behind the stumps. It was a little bit too late. Yeah, nothing wrong in that. Yeah, indicating that it just bounced a little bit too much. Should have stopped it. Should have stopped it. He got the gloves.
Beaten. Yeah, just going back to 𝗬𝗏 and that 0 from 3. I reckon the management and the players would have looked at that, their opening fixtures in a similar fashion to the wild card when he draws Roger Federer in the first round. And would have thought, oh, really? We're going to play against the global T20 champions and the reigning champions in our first 3 games. Not ideal draw. Long way to go here. Each team plays 12 matches. Top 4 go through to the qualifiers. That will be a wild. Now Mohammad Mithun does well.
Just on 𝗬𝗏, 𝗬𝗏 Strikers did manage to score, get past 200, which was against the 𝗃𝗺𝗽𝗧, the high-flying 𝗃𝗺𝗽𝗧, 205 on the board. They must have thought that, yes, we've got the runs on the board, we've got a winning score. No, sir. Ended up losing that particular match by 8 wickets. Alex Hales smashing 100.
Another wide. There's no need for this, because there's a little bit in the surface for Shorturl Islam, and he's already gone to the slower ball cutter. Whereas when he's bowled seam up, he's gone past the outside edge a couple of times, and he's troubled the front pad as well.
Yeah, Dhaka Capital's last match was against 𝗃𝗺𝗽𝗧. Wherever we go, there's 𝗃𝗺𝗽𝗧s all around, because they've played the most matches, 6 matches already. And they only managed to score 111. So the batting is a major concern. That's the reason why you see those 4 changes being made.
Oh, yes, please. How about that? Out of nowhere. 3 gone. 17 for 1. Doesn't make for pleasant reading, because those are not close games the Dhaka Capitals have had. Lost by 40, by 7 wickets, by 20, by 7 wickets. They have work to do, lots of it. Oh, there's a little hesitation. Not great running, but what about this for a shot?
He's nailed this. He's certainly nailed this. Stand and deliver, and has gone a long way from the bat of Tanzit Hassan Tamim. Problem is that he's had a good starts. Got 30 against Rangpur Riders in the first match, 9 against Rajshahi, again 19 against Khulna, and 20 against Rangpur Riders. So he's had gone into double figures. The problem is not cashed in. And if you don't, and you do it on a regular basis, then you're putting your team in so much pressure. They'll be hoping that he kicks on tonight.
Khalid Ahmed. A little bit on the expensive side. It's not too serious, but getting up close to that 9 to the over. What a shot that was. Absolutely nailed. Players are starting to pepper that 90-meter mark now regularly. Just felt for a few out there, hasn't he? In Shorturl Islam, he did the same thing. Just feels for it when it's just wide of off stump.
Chittagong also needs to understand that Dhaka is under tremendous amount of pressure. You could see the kind of changes they've made. They've not been able to handle themselves, especially in the batting department. So early on, even though they've picked up a wicket, you still don't see any slip in place. And they've been fishing around.
You're right, maybe that's something that Chittagong could have looked at. They could have gone, look, this is a team that's low in confidence here. Why don't we try and keep that confidence low by having a couple of catches? But on the flip side of that, you have a couple of catches, your bowler lets you down, and suddenly the opposition get away. There's a familiar face to cricketing world. Really, boom, boom. Slapped away over mid-wicket, not quite middled, but this outfield is very, very pacey.
Made a good effort for 𝗂𝗧 Hussain. The kind of a surface here, even if you're not middling it, you've got enough on the bat and it goes over the fielders, it does reaches the boundary.
Talking about 𝗵𝗵-𝗂𝗪𝗧. Boom because of his batting, and we know that he could hit the ball a long way, the Pakistan all-rounder. I say all-rounder because I think his bowling was very handy in white ball cricket, extremely handy. Bowled the ball quickly. Shaves the off stump. He's disappointed, but so would Khalid. The 23 for 1. 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗃𝗲, the captain, who finds himself in the middle order, already has 100s to his name, again in a losing cause. That was some innings as well. We've seen some good ones, haven't we? Usman Khan 100, Alex Hales 100, 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗃𝗲 100. It's not often that you get 100 and you go home and tell your family that you lost. Not in a T20 game.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy. Are atka egula. Body bell. বল নিচে থাকে সুইপ খেলা কঠিন কিন্তু
Tricky customer, this fella.
খেলা কঠিন
Key for this man is the lengths that he bowls. One that swings away from the right-hander and then the traditional off-spinner. Why I say his lengths are so critical is that a half volley is a half volley, no matter what variation you have. But when batters are struggling to pick you because you're a mystery spinner, that sort of length, they're unsure what to do, whether to attack or defend or nudge and nurdle.
The other thing what the batters could not figure out what kind of grip he's had, because he hides the ball behind the body and all of a sudden the hand comes out. So they really don't have that much time to have a look at it. And when that happens, then you're not sure what you're expecting from someone like Ali Islam. He's a crafty bowler. He's got this mystery about him, because he can do and bowl where the ball can move away and get it back in. Shouts of catch it. He's gone past that fielder. They should come back for the second. Oh, he makes a mess of it. That's a boundary.
Usman Khan. Now, sliding in the outfield is also a skill for a fielder. Doesn't do a good job there, does he? Does slip a little bit.
Or he could go down. I thought it just flicked the right foot and went over the boundary ropes. Bit sloppy.
Tidy over. Just some fielding let him down. Right, that's 5 gone. There's still 1 over left of this power play. 30-for-1.
The veteran with the ball. Left-arm spinner in Arafat Sunny. 95 BPL matches, 89 wickets for him. Oh, give it a bit of flight, bit of turn. Deceived Tanzir Hassan on that occasion. Really slowed it down. Quite a bit of air. As I welcome back Sir Curtly Ambrose. Good evening.
Good evening, Shamanoi. Decent start for the Dhaka Capitals.
Let's run away for 4. Not in full control. Wasn't in full control. Not exactly where he intended to hit it. But he'll take it with both hands.
Well-flighted delivery. Didn't quite get to the pitch, but got enough bat on it to take it to the boundary ropes for 4.
Down the leg. Helped it on its way. Well, yeah, given a 6. The maximum from 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Poor delivery from Sonny that time. Drifting into the leg stump and was swept away long, hard and high by 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 for 6. That's 10 already in the over with 3 deliveries still to go. They're really making use of this power play. The Capitals.
It is hard to grip the ball. Few there. Jimmy, but yeah, he's taken on the experienced campaigner in Arafat Sunny. Up to you there, and very, very difficult for the spinners to grip the ball. As the experts say, we go deeper into the night, and dew gets heavier, gets even more difficult to grip.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
Thoughts on that, sir?
Always difficult for the spinners. Fast bowlers, not that difficult. Good feeling. That's the end of the power play. 6 overs gone, 41 for 1.
Made the most of the 6th over. 11 runs, that one, and boundary and a 6. Includes the power play for the Dhaka Capitals, as confirmed by on-field umpire Morshid Ali Khan. The introduction of Mohammad Wasim. Been here on quite a few occasions. 14 matches, 16 wickets in them. Seema is sending fine leg back, deep backwards per leg, deep mid wicket. 3 men inside the circle on the offside, deep third, deep point. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 on strike. Past the outside edge.
Good start. It's by no means a quick surface. Very good for batting. As we've seen in that first game, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, high scoring, very entertaining, and what a finish we had. 26 of the last over. The riders needed and got to 30. What a game, what a finish. Can this game be exciting as well?
Only time will tell. The 30. The bat of Nurulhasan Chauhan in the final over. 3 sixes, 3 boundaries. Fireworks. Speak of fireworks. Yeah, Source was his bat today. Final over, never easy, pressure on. Might have just felt, you know, no pressure in the sense that, oh, no one would expect me to get it. Being the captain, it's easier said than done.
In all fairness, you know, when you're looking at 26 from the last over, any bowler would fancy the chances of defending those 26 runs. But it took a brilliant knock from the skipper, Newell, to get that 26. Well, he got a 30. The hapless Kyle Mayers had no answer, didn't know what to do. Certainly was a good knock.
See left-hand side of your screen. Lowest power play for the Capitals, second lowest. This one, so they're taking their time. They put some emphasis on retaining the wickets. Must ask you, as we were just discussing, you know, you're a legend yourself, of course, and but you bowled to some legends as well. In certain situations, but it did not come out right for you. You know, you got a feel for Kyle Mayers as well. So what did you go through?
I've been through it a few times where I just couldn't get it right and got clobbered all over the park. It's not a nice feeling, believe me. I was a bit surprised that the skipper used Kyle Mayers for that final over. Kyle Mayers doesn't usually bowl in the depth. Really, he's good up front, maybe 2 or 3, and maybe 1 in the middle, but I can't recall seeing him bowling at the depth, and that to me was a mistake. Now, any bowler could have gone for runs, but Kyle Mayers definitely don't bowl that time of the game.
For the pull, turned into an inside edge. Well bowled first over by Wasim. 3 singles in it. 44 for 1. It's part of the region. Bit of a yes and no, but they go through with the single direct hit. I think Tanzit made it in time. Shouldn't be any trouble. But yeah, going back to what we were discussing, Sir 𝗏𝗏𝗏, you know, it's part of the game, right? You win, you lose. Sometimes you're a hero, as we say, it's a great leveler, just like life is. Sometimes you're at the other side of the coin, right? And you didn't bowl well. I don't know who it came against. It could be a Sachin Tendulkar, it could be a Mark Waugh or a Steve Waugh, or maybe in domestic, even bowling to a Brian Charles Lara. Love to hear something of that sort. Oh, got him! Got him! Khalid Ahmed is writing his own story now. Change of pace, deceived Eshkenazi, and he is castled.
Good thinking, very good delivery. It was bang on target. Look at the length. That was a good length out of the hitting arc. Eshkenazi trying to go leg side. Missed it completely and was castled. He's gone for 5. The Dhaka Capitals 45 for 2.
The boys from the Capitals have just lost their second wicket. Stephen Eshkenazi that brings in Shahzad Hossain Deepu in at 4. 233. His BPL career is certainly has more potential, but early days in his career, and here's why.
Good delivery from Khalid. He's in a wonderful spell so far, only conceding 7 runs into his second over. And has picked up a wicket.
In the air, catch it is the call. Fall short of that fielded long on.
As I was saying, you know, I've had my fair share of licks over the years. But a lot of people tend to overlook those situations, making me out to be some kind of superhuman. But I've had my fair share, and trust me, it's not a nice feeling. And I'll give you a story after this delivery. West Indies playing against Pakistan in Sharjah, and Basit Ali got 100, Salim Ali got 80 odd. I think Pakistan got to close to 300. And in that time, there was a lot of runs. As a matter of fact, they were going so well, we started saying we could be chasing over 300. And I bowled my first 6 overs for like 15 or 16 runs. So I had 4 left. And I thought, okay, I would get some licks in the back end because I was always bowling to death. Well calculated, 4 overs to go. Take over 30. 30 plus 15 is 45 from 10 in charge, and not bad. Lo and behold, Basit Ali and Salim Ali got a hold of me. And my last 4 overs went for about 50. It was a massacre. I couldn't get it right. I tried everything and just got murdered.
And no wonder they've got the chips in their hands. Listening to your story, perhaps. Interesting one. In Sharjah, from Sharjah straight to Sylhet.
But I will continue the story next over. 8 overs gone, 47 for 2.
Tanzir Santamim going strong for the Dhaka Capitals, 34 not out. What he's doing is placing a price tag on his wicket. He's been in the 30s before, then lost his wicket. Still have a fair bit of batting to follow, so they need these two pair. Build a good partnership. Still a wait. Twist in the tail of that story from Sir Kirtley.
Well, just to finish the story, you know, I was very upset, dejected, because it's the first time I've been hammered like that. And as we were walking off, I remember the great Brian Lara came to me and said, big man, big fella, don't you worry. Somebody is going to pay, because I've never seen you being roughed up like that. And he got a big 100 in quick time, and we won that game quite easily in the end. And the good thing about it, what gave me a little bit of satisfaction, apart from winning,
thick outside edge and runs down behind the keeper for 4.
Advanced down the track, trying to hit it through extra cover. Peel off a thick outside edge and a couple of bounces into the boundary ropes. Fortune favors the brave, they say.
That would ease things up for Tanzid on the other end. 50 is up for the DCs. But let's get back to the feel-good factor.
Yes, apart from winning the game, which is a nice feeling, what gave me some satisfaction is that I bowled 10 overs and I got 1 for 64. And the great 𝗂𝗃𝗃 bowled 8 overs for, I think, was 67. So I felt good. You know, I mean, he was more expensive than I was, so that gave me a little satisfaction.
Oh, with all due respect to the great 𝗂𝗃𝗃, can't help but laugh at this with Sir Kirtley Ambrose alongside. I've got a crowd behind me cheering me on to ask you questions. You're known to rough up quite a few players, but who are the bowlers you didn't like facing?
Any fast bowler. I prefer to have the spinners. I won't have to worry about 90 miles an hour deliveries. No, but I've never been a guy who is scared. You know, I go there, I expect to be roughed up from fast bowlers. So I was never scared. I reckon if you're going to play cricket and you're scared, you shouldn't play. You know, and I fancy my chances. Once they get close to me, I'm going to fire.
and fired away. Doesn't have enough. Good fielding from Arafat Sunny. On his favoured left side. Still had to put the dive in, slide in, and put his body behind the ball. Saved a couple of runs.
Very, very good feeling. That's what bowlers like to see. They've been well supported in the field, and that was good. Going to his stronger side as well. Appreciated by his teammate.
6.46 and over. Capitals round the wicket for seam. Down the track. This is brilliant in the field. Usman Khan on this occasion makes up for the lapse earlier on.
Very, very good as well. This outfield is lightning quick. And that had 4 written all over it. Good footwork. Save a couple of runs for his team as well. That was good.
Nice sliding tackle. One-footed, rightly, no cards. Getting the ball. If getting a cricket ball, you surely will get a football. Usman Khan. Followed the batter. Turns out to be an expensive over from Mohammad Wasim Jr. 12 runs of this one. 9 done, and Dhaka Capitals are 9 for 2.
If he does, he'll get himself a decent total and his team a decent total in the process. So he needs to bat as deep as possible. Don't give it away now. Don't settle for 40 or 50.
Yes, boy, yes.
We often speak of matchups. Mithun still opting for the experience of Arafat Sunny, even though left-handed batter is on strike. Once here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, you get to enjoy cricket, and there's the cherry on the top. The BPL raffle draw gives one lucky spectator a chance to win a Ravoo electric bike. That's an e-bike that's worth BDT 1 lakh every day. You get one e-spectator. All you have to do is stay in the stadium until the first innings of the second match.
Yes, boy, yes, boy. Lovely.
Again, all you have to do is stay in the stadium until the first innings of the second match of the day, and your ticket ID automatically enters the draw. Isn't that cool? Are you a biker?
When I was much younger, I used to love bikes, ride them a lot. I like the thrill and excitement. But as I got older, I started to realize the danger. So I put that aside.
Fair enough, fair enough. But credit to the Kings. They've managed to keep the Capitals quiet. Field, that's the field. Trap is there.
Yes, boy.
Full toss, he's still not taking a risk. Doesn't want to, it's fine. Even though it was a full toss. Fine, tempt him. What Tanzir is saying is that he must stay on one side. Shahadat might just take his chances. Big gap between long off and deep point.
Lovely, lovely, son.
Need to play inside out.
He is bowling well, Sonny. Not giving the ball much air. So doesn't give the batters a chance to get under it to go for maximum. Keeping it fairly flat and doing a decent job.
Yet continuously changing his pace. Oh, some 90 clicks, some 85. This one was 85. Halfway through the innings, 63 for 2, Dhaka Capitals.
Halfway stage, 63 for 2. Well, they need to look forward to pick up some boundaries also, because this is not the kind of start they would have hoped for. Dhaka Capital, they've lost 2 wickets and they're going at a rate of only 6.3. I think important for him, for them, is to see whether Tanzid Hassan Tamim, who will be on strike now, can carry on from here. He's had starts in the last couple of matches too. And now that he has got, what, 42 of 34, strike rate of 123, he needs to cash in. We know that he's a wonderful, wonderful stroke player. He hasn't been at his best, but tonight maybe it's his night. If he can continue to bat through, because they've struggled, seriously struggled with the bat. He's looked very good indeed. 3 4s and a couple of 6s. And he needs to find a way to bat through this innings, because this partnership, if you're looking at Maha, it's 20 of 19 deliveries. It's taken its time and also consuming too many deliveries, because Shahid Hussain on the other end, who's just come on to bat, has scored only 9 of 9. Good evening, Maha.
As simple as someone has to play a blinder, and this team is lacking leaders when it comes to going out there and performing. I think this is where someone has to put up, as you correctly said, Tanzid Hassan has got a start. Can he go and get that 18, about 60 deliveries, 55 deliveries? Might be called down the leg side. And inspiration has to come from one of these players, I feel. 𝗃𝗃, yes, he's in good form. Got a first ball duck in the last game. Previous one got 100. The inspiration is what this team is lacking. And hopefully one of these players, or a player like 𝗃𝗃, somebody, play a blinder to get Dhaka going.
Yeah, if you were in the Dhaka camp sitting in the dressing room, you would want Tanzid to continue to bat through. But as you rightly pointed out, they would need that will be taken. That is nothing shot. That is a nothing shot from Shahid Hussain. And it's Khalid Ahmed who's picked up his 2nd wicket out of Sunny. Says thank you very much. So another wicket goes.
A dolly of a catch for Sunny. Shahid trying to possibly flat bat it over extra cover. Bottom of the bat. Khalid Ahmed has been rewarded. He has been really good right throughout this game. And dismisses Shahid Hussain. He's gone for 9 of 10. Capital 66 for 3.
Yes, 66 for 3. And in comes Sabir Rahman. We were discussing, you know, perhaps, maybe it is time for someone like Tishara Perera, who got 100 already in this edition of the Bangladesh Premier League, to move himself up the order. Gets the toe end of the bat. Just played a little bit too early. And it loops up to Arafat Sunny. Because when your team is in struggle, I think the skipper needs to come out and lead from the front. We saw that brilliant 100. Yes, they did not win the match. But I was expecting Tishara Perera to walk in place of Sabir Rahman.
I think the left-hand, right-hand combination is something that the Dhaka Capitals will be fancying to take it forward. Hence, that's why Sabir Rahman is at the crease. But ideally, if it was a left-hand out, I'm sure 𝗃𝗃 would have been jumping out of seat to get out there. Because when you're in form, when you're striking the ball, you want to get out there. Especially as a captain. Read from the example.
Still would want to see him come ahead of Sabir Rahman. Well, that's not the case because he's the skipper and he thinks that he'll bat a bit later. And this innings have gone nowhere. 66, and this is the last delivery of the 11th over. 15 deliveries since the last boundary. Make that 16th delivery. It's only a single. After 11, Dhaka 67 for 3. So 4 games so far for Dhaka Capitals. 𝗃𝗧 𝗦𝗃𝗀𝗲 has batted twice at number 6. He did send himself up the order at number 5. Not tonight. Got that 100 batting at number 6. Maybe that's one of the reasons why he feels that that's the right position for him. Recently featured in Abu Dhabi T10, Sabir Rahman.
That's a familiar face. 𝗿𝗲𝗽, the mentor of the Dhaka Capitals franchise. Wonder what he's been saying to his players. See another mentor from Chittagong Kings, side of 𝗏𝗏, being very vocal at the interviews what he did, as well as the practice sessions. 𝗍𝗦𝗽 being the mentor, he has been having his work cut out here. 4 out of 4, all lost, team morale is down. And this is where his leadership role will be very handy. Never is as a franchisee player, when you have 4 games, the pressure from the franchisee owners, it's not going to be easy. But these are the individuals who have done it in the past, who knows how it's been done. Take up that mantle and give that confidence to these boys from Dhaka Capitals.
Yeah, there also is the head coach Khalid Mahmood, the former captain of Bangladesh team, all-rounder. He's the head coach of Dhaka Capitals. He'll be very disappointed and also at the same time frustrated because there have been some good players Dhaka Capitals have picked up. Remember, Liton Kumar Das is not featuring tonight. Tanzid Hassan Tamim misses out on that occasion. And he's got that start again. Moving on to 44 of 37. He needs to kick on. But you got to have the runs on the board. You got to manage to score maybe 150 from here on off 160. Again, trying to play that big shot, misses it completely. We'll have to wait and see whether it's come off the pads.
Runs being given by the umpire. Just on the matter of dropping Liton Das from this game. Yes, he had a lean period, 4 games, 42 runs. And that's a strong message being sent by the captain, by the coach, by the think tank, by the decision makers. Player of that caliber is too good a player. He's sitting out and warming the benches. End of the 12th over, 71 for 3.
The batter to come, we've already spoken about 𝗃𝗧 𝗦𝗃𝗀𝗲, Musaddiq, also the former international, more than capable of doing some damage with the bat. From Anullah, then the bowlers. So important that these two and the next 2 batter will have to score the bulk of runs if they are thinking of getting past 150. 22 deliveries now since the last boundary. It's just been a little bit difficult for the batters, isn't it? Especially in the evening game, where the ball just tends to hold up. They'll be very happy. They'll be very pleased to see what has happened so far. Chittagong Kings.
Lovely, lovely, good boy. Good Alex.
Again a single. 𝗬𝗟𝗍 Islam back in the attack.
The run rate will be even tougher now with this man on the crease. 2.1 overs, just given away 8 runs, picked up a wicket. Possibly will bowl out his 4 overs. Who is a call? The series for 1. I think to get 150, Anzid Hassan has to play a brilliant knock from here on and get 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 to be at his best, finishing off an innings. And they have to encounter one of the best bowling attacks going around. Even with a damn ball, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 Sunny has bowled his 3 overs for 19, the left-arm spinner. That's been a good performance so far by Chittagong.
I think what is more crucial and important for Dhaka Capital is to see Tanzid Hasan Tamim bat till the very end. Can't afford to get out because he's now got 46 of 40. He's in the non-strikers end at the moment.
Yes, boy.
He's blocked that solidly.
The crowd definitely letting the player know their emotions as well. Man is never easy as a batter who just came into the crease to pick him up. That's a leg cutter. Cutter again. And most important, the length of Islam has been impressive. It's just that in-between length when the batters are not sure whether to commit to the front foot or rock back to the back foot, where the danger is the ball skids on, keeps low. Most probably will be a 𝗵 or bowled. Ball into his field, ball into curl to the batsman. Most importantly, keeping all batters in check.
I think Sabir Rahman will need to decide what kind of a role he has been asked for, because he's been blocking it out, looking to rotate strike, which will eventually put a little bit more pressure on someone like Tanzid Hasan Tamim, who's been batting for a while. So not a bad idea if Sabir Rahman decides, okay, I'm going to take on someone like 𝗬𝗟𝗍 Islam. Yes, he's very good. That's the second time he's pulled out.
Yeah, Tanzid says, if you can do it, I can do it too. Mind games going on.
First one was 𝗬𝗟𝗍 Islam stopped in his tracks before delivering the ball, and then the next one, Tanzid said, okay, I'm not ready.
Yes.
Well bowled, well bowled. Yeah, because if they keep batting like this, then I don't know whether 150 will be possible. That's the reason why I say that maybe time for someone like Sabir Rahman to take a bit of a risk. But they still have batting. They still have the skipper, Thisara Pereira, and then followed by Musaddiq Hussain. He's crawled to 4 of just 8 deliveries. And hit that straight to the fielder. Only 3. Lovely over comes to an end. 74 for 3. So that's what happens when you cannot pick up a boundary. The pressure builds up and he goes down the wicket. Time for us to head down to Chaman.
Thank you very much. I've got with me the head coach of the Dhaka Capital side, Khalid Mahmood Sujan. Shun bhai, you know, till now in the 11th edition, nothing has really worked for your side. But what are the points you're trying to fix from within?
Like, as you watching the last 4, this is our 5th game. The last 4 games, we didn't bat well at all. I think we didn't play with our potential. We have good players like Tamim, Lithon, Jesse Roy played for the next 2 games, and other players. Nobody, I think, perform at his best. And when you have losing games, it's very difficult to bring them back, because you see the way we're batting, there's no intent when we're batting, but which is, I always talk about, this is a 20 overs game, it's a short version of the format of the game, and you have to play like your attitude to be more important.
Yeah, Shun bhai, we'll get back to you. We'll just have to go back to the commentary box for a bit.
Yeah, with that boundary, somehow he managed to pick a boundary, and now he's got across a 50, third 50. in BPL. Also has 100, again down the wicket. Just enough on the bat and away from the fielder, a short fine, and goes to the boundary. Back to 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗏.
Thank you very much. And, sorry, Shojun bhai, to cut you off because Tanzir Santami just got to his half-century. Good knock finally from him.
Yeah, this is the second 50 we had at the 5th game. Deepu got one in Dhaka, and this is the second one. So nobody's performing that top order batting. You see, we started few matches. We started very well. The first game when Tamim and 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗏 have a 60-run partnership, then they were kept less from there. Even last game, even we are 6 overs, 54 for 1. Then we all out for 112, which is very sad. Sad, like a team like this, and you have experience in the dugout. So even the experience don't work here. So to be very honest, still I'm faith on my team. No, we are not in a good position today at all. But let's see if somebody, we have still 7-8 balls to go, and if we play well, at least we go up to 150-60, 150-60, and then can we defend the score. So can happen. We have some good bowlers like 𝗃𝗍, 𝗵𝗀, they're bowling well. 𝗃𝗍 today is playing. So we are, but we need to score the runs in the board to give some to think about of the bowlers.
Yeah, and as we were waiting for someone like a Sabir Rahman to make a comeback, a good hit finally from his bat, a massive 6. But before we go away, just have to come back to you regarding someone like a Saeed Ajmal, who's there as the mentor of your side.
Yeah, that's been great. I think Saeed is a very good person in a dressing room. Such a lovely man, and helping the youngsters, telling a lot of things about it. So it's good that we're having a very good person in the dressing room who's supporting the youngsters.
Yeah. And you've got a good mix. You've got the likes of, say, Alauddin Babu, Mosaddeq coming in, Sabir Rahman making a comeback. You've got the youngsters in Habibur Rahman and Tanzir Santami. So it's a good mix,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We are not a bad side, but the potentially we are not playing well as per the name. So finger crossed that we come back strongly, and if we at least scored at 150 today, then we might have a chance to fight it out, and then we look for the next next 7 matches.
And I'm sure the fans of the capital side will have their fingers crossed as well. Thank you very much for your time, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗏. Thank you so much.
Back to the commentary box.
Yeah, good over for Dhaka Capitals. 14 coming in that over. 88 for 3 after 14. Yeah, the biggest over was the last over. 14 in that over. Should get this innings going. All of a sudden, this partnership finding its feet, especially in the last over when Sabir Rahman smashed a big 6 towards the mid-wicket. Over the grassy banks, over the hills. That was a big shot. Picked the length very quickly and pulled that. Dhaka Capital will be needing a few more of these. He gets a second. The first delivery from Arafat Sunny. No, just the one bounce. It's a boundary. Good connection.
Arafat Sunny followed him. Saw Sabir Rahman going to the leg side, tried to open up the offside, possibly over the extra cover. It's a good shot. At 6 over mid-wicket in the last over would have got Sabir Rahman in some sort of a mood, a mood where he'll be positive. You need it. The last over, and also possibly when Tanzir Hassan comes to the strike. Being a left arm spinner, he'll do it too. In the air, Shamim Hussain at long on. Absolutely no chance. That went a long way. At the distance, had the aerial route. Oh, and followed by a 6.
Yeah, he's got to play in that fashion. We spoke about him that it took a little bit more time to set, get his eye in, get set, because he was dealing in singles. The moment he hit that 6 of the previous delivery, he started to believe in himself. Picked up a boundary in the first ball, and this is a clean hit. really good. 71 meters. It's gone the distance. 10 in the first 2 deliveries. And needs to be a big over for the Capitals. Again. That is a flat 6. He's showing his power. He's muscled that to another maximum.
Yeah, this is smart batting. With that maximum brings up the 100 as well for Dhaka Capitals. Because the last one was a length delivery. And as a spinner, when the ball is damp, you're going to bowl full. 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 was equal to the task, went down the track just a couple of feet. Just pumps it over long off. Good batting, putting the pressure straight back on the left arm spinner.
Yeah, but that 6 is raced over to 29 of 15, strike rate of just above 190. 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 needs to just carry in that fashion. Down the leg side might be a wide. It is a wide.
Feeling the pressure, Arafat Sunny. Absolutely no chance of turning the ball now with ball being wet. It's firing down the leg side.
That's well bowled. He saw him coming down the wicket, so he was not afraid to toss it up. He forces the batter to come down and then cramping him for his room, not allowing him to free his arm. Some lovely hitting from 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 in this over.
Francis Hassan, the left hand, what sort of a tactic Arafat Sunny is going to use against the batsman who has been striking well, 52 or 44, but lacking big shots, staying over the wicket. At the field, he has to be bowling straight.
You don't want to see him do anything silly because there's already 18 runs in it. So with that single, it's 19. So make sure you get these two stay. 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 now on strike. Is he going to try for a big shot here? 19 already in this over. 14 in the previous. Good little period for Dhaka Capitals. It's a wide. He has to bowl one more time.
Certainly feeling the pressure in the last over, Arafat Sunny. Before this over, he has bowled really well. 19 runs from 3 overs. And all of a sudden, 20 becomes 26. A juicy half volley, and probably the biggest in this innings by Dhaka Capitals. 15 done, 114 for 3.
Need to go at that rate. This is the last ball of the previous over. Over-pitched, turns it into a full toss and tosses it over the top. Look at this strike coming down the wicket and many a mile, and they need more of that. Superb striking here by 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃. Had a quiet start, suddenly changing gears from second to top in a hurry. 93 meters that one, and maybe that'll prompt Tanzid, who's going at around 118 strike rate. Now Alisal Islam, always the mystery bowler. And he goes for it. Lucky gets an inside part of the bat, trickles away to find the scamper the single. They will take a few chances. They just can't afford to die wondering.
Yes, these last 5 overs are going to be so crucial for the Capitals. They need to get a decent total on the board so they have a chance to defend it. They haven't played well this tournament so far. They're second from bottom, which isn't a good place to be.
Oh my goodness! The bat went further than some of the balls way down there. It's a good thing there are no close-in fielders there. Could have been bad, harmed someone.
Thank you.
Lost his grip. Very, very wet outside there because of the dew. Probably sweating as well. Glove is a bit slippery.
And the bowler not quite happy, even with the grip. The batter's having problems. The bowler, the umpire's going across, telling him, if that was deliberate, I don't like it. Oh my goodness, that's some by play. What about that?
Well, what is going on here? No, he's fixing his grip on his bat. I have a feeling that was intentional when he pulled away.
Sure was. Goes, gives him the dart, punks it away. Whoa, that's a long one. Brilliant six once again from 𝗃𝗵𝗃.
What a strike. He hit it, Shamim, and then turned away. Didn't want to see where he ended up. Good use of the feet, look at that. Hit it, look at it for 2 seconds, and then decide, I don't want to see where it ends up.
I think you want to appreciate that shot and watch it go sailing away. Yeah, it was a bit of a shot that he could have admired, but he was ready to turn away after that. Ready to go for the next one. And it's a low full toss. Punked away. Six followed by another six. Al-Islam has problems now. Marauding mood is the Shabbir Rahman.
That was even better than the first one. The first one was down the ground over long on. This one over extra cover, which isn't the easiest of shots to play. It was a full toss, and that was struck with some degree of power.
Oh, look at it go. The crowd have suddenly come to life here. They're enjoying this blitzkrieg from the bat of Shabbir Rahman. 6 sixes, just a lone boundary. Worries for the bowler, worries for the team. Quickly on 48, Shabbir Rahman. And little tuck round the corner, is going quickly for the first round. Will he think of a second? He doesn't, and wisely so.
𝗃𝗵𝗃 is the partnership at the moment from 34 deliveries. Rahman on 49, 𝗃𝗵𝗃 on 54. What will they end up with?
Well, they haven't fared so well in the previous games. Maybe this is the one. Going to open it up straight back to the bowler. Doesn't get a run, but still a 14-run over. 16 done, 128 for 3 delivered in that regard. Needs to stay on, but it is Shabbir Rahman who everyone's going to look at. 54 not out now of 47. 3-2s. Ah, look around. He's on 49. Just of 21 balls. Initially just 4 of 9 balls. And now 49 of 21 balls. What a turnaround. Oh, inside part of the bat. He comes away for the single that gets us 50. And what a 50 it has been. Appreciation from his teammates. The crowd are delighted. And he raises his bat. He needed that support from the crowd. He's applauding the crowd himself. That is very good to see.
Certainly is a good knock. 50 from 22. He was in a real hurry. However, it's not over as yet. He needs to bat right down to 20 overs if he can, along with his partner 𝗃𝗵𝗃. They need to stay there. The last thing you would want is to get a new batter in to slow things down.
Absolutely, 50 of 22 balls, and this is his 6th 50. Has also got 100 in BPLs. 𝗃𝗵𝗃 on strike. Full toss now. He might be out, yes. Just the splice of the bat hurried onto him, and a non-committal shot. He seemed to be in 2 minds, not really going full hog, and a simple enough catch there for Shamim to send him back.
Didn't try to hit it too hard, didn't get the elevation. And that's exactly what they didn't want. 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗂𝗃 Hassan, good innings has come to an end. He's gone for 54. Dhaka Capitals 129 for 4.
The skipper comes in, 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃. Well, he's not going to hang about. Played a wonderful knock of 103 not out. Didn't go on to win the match, but really gave the Khulna Tigers a bit of a scare. 1,159 runs in his BPL career. Look at that strike rate. He could use that. Oh, I think he's just going to go right from the word go. Oh, good ball. Did well to get hurriedly onto that Yorker.
Pissarro, the skipper, is here because of this. Full toss. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Tried to chip it over mid-off, but didn't get the elevation or the distance and was held out.
𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃, full toss gets the wicket. A fantastic Yorker doesn't get one. The vagaries of the game, the surprises of this game of cricket. Game of glorious uncertainty is always there to surprise us. Oh, big shot! He can only look and admire and take the catch outside the line. That's not going to do. But try to take the catch. Oh my goodness, on a rampage. Shabbir Rahman gets another maximum.
Certainly was a good strike. The fielder had long on for a brief moment. Thought I had him because it went high in the air, but he had the distance. And he could only watch as the ball sailed over the rope for 6. They are not very impressed.
When you're faced with an onslaught like this, the bowlers under tremendous pressure. Oh, he goes again, inside out. Whoa, look at that go. Terrific. It's a superlative shot. 6 and a 6. He has got the crowd dancing in the aisles here.
They certainly are loving it, the crowd. Carnage here at the Sylhet International Stadium. Right in the hitting arc. And he made no mistake. Rahman, he's on fire.
Yeah, as I was mentioning, it's very difficult as a bowler. You really don't know where to bowl at him. Maybe back of a length, slow down the delivery, make him use the pace off the bat. 10 sixes so far, 6 fours in the innings. Short, and he latches onto that one, and he sends it away with disdain to the boundary. This is absolutely top-class batting. It's taking the bowling apart. 17th over completed. It's 146 for 4. There have been some tall buildings here, but the tallest was Arafat Sani's over. 26 runs coming in that. Major headache. Whoops! Did that slip out? Trying to bowl a wideish Yorker. Bowls a wide instead.
What an innings Rahman is playing. He's been watchful at times, very aggressive at times, playing some wonderful strokes, tearing into all the bowlers.
𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 will go for it. He's going to be taken. It's a good, well-judged catch in the deep by Haider. They're going to have a look at it. He says he's out, but I'm sure the umpires are going to have another look at that one.
struck it well, but didn't get the elevation. Umpires are having a bit of a discussion. Don't know why. Probably want to make sure that the catch was taken and they've gone upstairs.
TV umpire to director, we have a umpire review for fair catch. I check fit is a fair delivery. Show me your best angle, please. Can you show me one more time? Just go back. Yeah. Ball clearly taken on the air. Still ball on the air. Satisfied. I am ready to make my decision in big screen.
Well, it is rocket out, and that was a brilliant take by 𝗿𝗺𝗃𝗍. The ball was dying on him. Got the fingertips to it, eventually clung on to that, sending back the skipper. Just gets one, and it's 147 for 5. Farmanullah is the new batter in. He's in the middle because of this.
It certainly was a good catch. The fielder 𝗿𝗺 was a bit wrong-footed. Look at that. And slipped a little bit as well. That was a fantastic catch.
Big shot attempted, but all they need to do is give the strike back to Shabbir Rahman. I don't understand this from the skipper earlier. They talked about this catch. He mentioned that the fielder 𝗿𝗺, look at his left leg. It's going the other way. He didn't have a grip on the ground. Still got the fingertips under, and second grab, he clung onto it. This is a perfectly taken catch. Took a bit of effort. Yeah, he was trying to go over the top. I can understand that. But I think a better option currently would have been to give the strike back to Shabbir instead of trying to go big and hole out.
That would have been a good option. So Rahman can continue his good form, and that good rhythm he's in as well.
What's coming next? He's on strike. The bowler, I can understand his thought process. Bowl it as far away from the arc of Shabbir Rahman as you can. Khalid Ahmed in the process bowls a wide.
Certainly was a wide, but he is bowling well, Khalid. He has taken 3 wickets for 16 runs, and this is his final over, considering the onslaught of the other bowlers.
It goes across. Now, this is up in the air. Fielder calling for it, swirling in the air, and it's been dropped. Goodness gracious. Unbelievable. He did call for it. No one was near him. And the smile breaks out. Shorturl Islam, the culprit.
Khalid would not be a happy man. The ball was in air for a long time. He had all the time in the world to settle. And he ended up making a meal of it. Look at that. Poor position. Why are you stooping when the ball is so high in the air? You got to stay on your feet.
Oh, he's crossed over during that drop catch, and Farmanullah does well to give the strike back to him.
Let's have a look at Shamin. The position he got himself into, which was terrible. It's in the air high. You got to stay on your feet upright. Look where he's at. Almost kneeling. So he never had a second chance. That's poor. Khalid not a happy man.
Huge disappointment, as you mentioned. And he had bowled well 3 for 80, and that could have been the 4th, and that could have been the prize wicket, the wicket that possibly will make or break the game. Shabbir, if he closes up the 20 overs, can have a lot of runs. This he has to dig out into the deep. Excellent bowling by Khalid under tremendous pressure. And the batters are going hammer and tongs at you. It's not easy to bowl with sensible bowling from him, definitely. For Amanullah, short T20 career, 214 runs. He's got a point to prove. He's got a 50, but all he needs to do is just play out this delivery. Make sure Shabir gets the next over. That's going to be another wide. Three wides already in this over from Khalid Ahmed. That dropped catch, it's all been there.
Good call by the umpire. That was way outside that. Well, that I was going to say a white line, but it's a blue line.
Thank goodness you're not colorblind. Oh, he goes big time. Now, he needs to go back for the second run. Will he try it? No. And what that means, he's going to come and face the next over. 18 done. 154 for 5. But if you see the tall buildings in the last 5 overs, you'd say Dhaka are going great guns. But the problem has been up to 13th over, they've been rather disappointing in terms of getting runs quickly, losing wickets on a regular basis. Full toss, trying to go over the top. That'll do nicely. It gives the strike back to Shabir Rahman on 68 of 27. A strike rate of 251.85. 2 4s and 8 6s.
He was dropped in the previous over. How much will this cost them?
Just look at his distances of the 6s. Big, long ones. They get longer as we progress. 76, the biggest ones are 81. Then add 2 more to it. And then 91, 93. They keep on getting bigger and bigger. Outside his arc now. He looks across. He's moving over to the offside a bit. I think that allowed the batter not to, the umpire not to just extend his arms.
'68 of 28 deliveries. Has been a wonderful innings up to this point. He's been very brutal against the bowlers.
Oh, there he goes. And it's over the top. Another one. It hung in there for a while. The fielders thought maybe they had a bit of a chance, but it was hit hard enough. And for the maximum once again.
Another good blow. He didn't even move after he hit it. He just stood there. He knew it had enough on it to go over the bowling ropes. Didn't even move. Look at the fielder, the extra cover.
Full toss, sliced it now. This one's up in the air. Once again, another fielder coming across. Another fielder dropping it. Oh, he's got 9 lives more than a cat.
Well, they're making it very easy for him. That's the second life for Rahman. It wasn't the easiest of catches to take. It went high in the night sky and didn't even get close in the end. Misjudged it completely.
Well, that could be considered a drop catch. He took a fantastic one earlier. Just couldn't get there. Get his hands underneath. Farmanullah now on strike. Oh, swings his bat. All he can manage is send it to a fielder. The saving grace is that 𝗂𝗵𝗲 is on strike and there's a delivery to go. You can expect some fireworks on an attempt at that from him.
Didn't even get close. I reckon he misjudged it because he stand up for a second or two and then move forward a little bit. So it was total piece of misjudgment.
Yeah, coming in the night sky on this background, maybe the trajectory he couldn't quite read. Last ball of this over. Full toss, slices it. Thank you very much. I'll send it away for 4 without any effort. That is a bad ball, a loose delivery, and immediately gets another 4 runs to finish a 13-run over. 19 done, 167 for 5. Just having a look at the height of that ball was a bit of a beamer. Having a look.
Go back. Go forward. Batsman little bit lean. Satisfied. It's a back foot is banned and ball going down, and uprising position is not up go over the waist type. It's a fair delivery.
Good call from the third umpire.
They could get past that. Got 6 deliveries to go.
They should get past that, but Farmanullah needs to give the strike back as early as possible to 𝗂𝗵𝗲. And it's going to be an appeal for a wide from the batter. Was angling away. Umpire not interested. Worth another look.
It was wide. Outside that blue line. Umpire missed that one. No wonder the batter was complaining.
He's got the toe end of the bat. It's just over. Tantalizingly close to the fielder, but it's gone away for 4 runs. Well, they don't mind if you're playing for the team. They don't mind who gets the runs.
Well, with the last over to go, you know, you got to fire.
Last over under pressure. Bowlers are in a bit of a disarray on where to bowl. Put it in the slot. He was lucky to get away with not a wide not being called. Fielder at deep cover now brought deep extra cover is now brought into the deep cover position on the boundary. Short, it's up in there. Fielder is going to try and get to it. No avail, but the cheer goes up, not because of that single run, does because 𝗂𝗵𝗲 is on strike.
You could tell that's what the crowd was waiting for. A huge roar. They certainly are enjoying this carnage.
Extraordinary batting prowess shown by 𝗂𝗵𝗲. Really come back on song. It's promised so much in recent times. Oh, goodness, that definitely is a wide. That's the point I was making, that bowlers really don't know where to bowl. As far away from the arc of the batter as they can.
You can't continue to bowl wide. You may as well back yourself to bowl some good Yorkers, nice and straight on the stumps. If he misses, then you hit.
Oh, now he's throwing his bat at it, and it's racing away, but he's thinking they're coming back for the second run. Here comes the throw. Oh, this is going to be touch and go. The throw from the deep, quickly done, but I just feel that he might have made his ground.
TV umpire to director, who have an umpire review for run out at Chittagong. Show me your first angle, please. Keep rolling frame by frame. Move forward, move forward. Still ball in here. This gloves is on the ground. Can you show me the opposite side? Just I want to see the position of the stump. Just show me the opposite side. Yeah, please. That's great. Rolling. Bat in on here. Just freeze the replay. Batter made his ground, and after that the bell stop. I am ready to make my decision in big screen.
And it's going to be next to Spain, not out. Good effort from the deep, good effort by the batter. 𝗂𝗵𝗃 in diving and making sure he extends his arms and gets over the line. The bat bounced up, but it was the gloves that was inside the line that saved him. Wide down the ground, past the bowler. Just the single. Bit of an anticlimax there.
Let's have a look at this again, Shamim. He was always going to go for two, so he could get back on straight. Had to take out the dive. But look at the bat. In the air, but then the gloves were grounded. That's what saved him.
Saved by the glove. Well, the last ball of the innings coming up. Dhaka have done exceedingly well in reaching 176. Can 𝗵𝗏 finish it with a flourish? Oh, that was a super delivery, an appeal. They've gone through for the run. Will they go for the review? I think he has.
TV umpire to director. We have a player's review for LBW, given not out. I checked fit is a fair delivery. Move on to front on, please. It appears that close to the bat. Can I have ultra-eyes, please? I'm miss করে গেছি। Satisfied, clear gap between bat and ball. Ball tracking, please, when you're ready. Pitching outside leg. Back to on field. Gaji, you are still your original decision. Stand by. You are on screen now.
Yeah,
thank you.
Pitching outside the line of leg stump. There's no question of him giving out, and that is the end of the innings. 10 runs of the last over. Dhaka Capitals finish at 177 for 5. They started off badly, losing Jason Roy and Tanzit, then held the innings together for a while. Eskanazi and Shahada didn't really get amongst the runs, but what an innings by 𝗂𝗵𝗃. 82 of 33 ball, a blitzkrieg of an innings that has given some hope with a little bit of support from 𝗵𝗏 on the during that last over. Well, the partnerships, nothing much to talk about early on, and then that one of 63 of 37 between Shabir and Tanzid, and the 30 of 20 with 𝗵𝗏 really gives Dhaka Capitals a little bit of hope.
Khalid was very good, 3 for 21, but the other bowlers suffered and they couldn't contain the Dhaka Capitals, especially Rahman.
Have a look at the highlights. It was a difficult start for Dhaka. Jason Roy going very early as Jason and Tanzid Hassan came to open the batting. An appeal from behind, and he was caught short. Just did not get his foot back in time. Jason Roy stumped by Mithun. And then we had some good hitting from Tanzid Hassan in particular. And he got the boundaries. But it was Stephen Eskenazi who was castled by Khalid Ahmed. Qiadat Hussain came in, got a few runs, and then stroked one for Arafat Sani to take a good catch off the bowling of Khalid Ahmed. And he was going great guns. At that point of time, in came Shabbir Rahman, and that is when the game turned around. He started off slowly, didn't score too many runs, only 4 runs in the first 9 balls, but he turned it around with some aggressive batting. Hold out there. The skipper trying to get a move on. He got a bit of help. Shabbir Rahman right at the end. This was a good catch taken by Haider Ali. He rode his luck a couple of occasions. The fielder's not getting to it. Oh, that should have been taken. Once in a while, you have to chance your arm. You have to ride your luck. And they say fortune favors the brave. And it certainly did to Shabbir Rahman, who finished off on 82 runs of 33 balls. A brilliant knock, which means that the Chittagong Kings have a target of 178 to win this match.
It's match number 14, Dhaka Capitals taking on Chittagong Kings. And we saw brilliant knock from Shabbir Rahman, coming at number 5 and going to score 82, an unbeaten 82 in just 33 deliveries. He started slowly because he scored first 4 runs in 9 deliveries, and then went on to score the rest, 78 and just 24. 54 from Tanzid Hassan to ensure they have a challenging total on the board. 177 for 5. It's been a good outing. They've been disappointing with the bat, but not this time around. Tonight might be the night for them to grab 2 points here. They can hang on to a win here. These 2 openers will have different ideas. Usman Khan, the right-hander, already has 100 in this edition of the Bangladesh Premier League. Both players are pretty explosive, but if somehow Dhaka can manage to pick up early wickets and send the 2 openers back in the herd, then you never know. Good evening, Sir Curtly Ambrose.
Good evening, Arthur. Hello, everyone. You're quite right. 177 is a good total where you can try to defend. The thing is, it's a good track to bat on, and we've seen throughout the games here that chasing seems to be quite easy. The outfield is lightning quick, and you have to remember also, Arthur, that the Capitals, they got to 173 previously and lost. So they have to bowl well tonight, to defend those 177.
Yeah, the highest total chase in an evening game at this edition of BPL here has been Fortune Borishal when they managed to score 169. That was against 𝗿𝗵𝗺. So this total has not been chased yet. Parvez Hussain Imon. 11 innings so far, left-hander. Very good batter. Likes to play shots early on. And then the non-striker is Usman Khan. Yeah, explosive. Look at that striker, 147. Right. First one, it's a boundary. It's a short pitch delivery. Did bounce, but not in the right direction that he wanted to. Muqeedul Islam just tucked away for a boundary to start the innings.
Good quickish delivery, but it was on leg stump. And Parvez just tickled it away down the final before with a short fine It's always going to be runs. Good start for the Kings.
And important, we spoke about how important it is to bowl well, especially in the first 6 overs. You really don't want to give them it on the platter, because when Dhaka Capitals batted, they only managed to score 63 in the first 10 overs. But in the next 10 overs, they stepped up on the gas and scored 114 in the next 10. Last 5, 63 also. So good finish. Finishing it on a high, thanks to that wonderful knock from Sabbir Rahman. And that might have kept a little bit low. It's done that once in a while. You've seen the ball bouncing and all of a sudden you can see the reaction from the batter. Didn't get up.
Seemed to have hustled onto him quite quickly as well. Look how he jumped down in it. Could be that little extra moisture from the dew, quicken up the wicket a little bit. But these first 6 overs is going to be crucial for both teams. The Kings will want to capitalize on the field restrictions, but of course the Capitals would want to try and restrict them as much as possible.
Chittagong Kings have had a bit of a break. The last time they played was match number 7 on 3rd of Jan. And there's an appeal, maybe just going down the leg side. Probably a check with the keeper and the bowler. What do you think? Yeah, going down the leg side. Yes, no, not sure. That game was against 𝗃𝗃𝗃 and they batted first, Chittagong Kings, and they smashed 219 for 5. In that match, Usman Khan came out with flying colours when he smashed 123 of 62. Yeah, hint of movement, good seam presentation, but if he get the ball to move into the left-hander, he needs to pitch it up on the offside, outside the off stump. 4 without loss. And 𝗃𝗍 is in the attack. He needs to bowl well here. He hasn't been in a good rhythm. That's his BPL career, 96 wickets. Best of 5 for 27. We'll be hoping that he can create some opportunities, early opportunities here for his team.
Would have missed leg stump, I reckon. Swung a bit too much.
Good to see the slip in place. Oh, what a shot. What a shot that is. Beautifully played. 𝗃𝗃 is through the covers for a gorgeous looking boundary.
Superb timing. And look at the placement as well. It's a packed offside field. Still managed to squeeze it through. That was certainly a wonderful stroke. Got a good stride in. All timing and great placement.
Yeah, even though the left foot was away from the pitch of the delivery, but he was well in control when he played that shot. What an innings he played the other night. It was at Mirpur against 𝗃𝗃𝗃. 13 fours and 6 sixes in that knock of 123. Well, they have a total in front of them. never easy while you're chasing. You want to go and set a target. Batters tend to play a little bit more freely, but they know the importance, especially when you are the one who has scored runs. You're the one who have scored that brilliant 100. Then it falls on your shoulder as a batter. He was magnificent in that knock of 123. That is the one. Incredible hitting. Severe on anything short, especially on the leg side. All 4 shots on the leg side. Then he cuts it back live. Straight to the fielder.
Can play it through the offside as well, even down the ground. Plays some delightful shots. And anytime you score 100 in T20, it's a special moment.
It is also the highest individual score in this edition of the Bangladesh Premier League. You're well bowled. He has come back strongly after conceding that boundary. 8 without loss. Yeah, there have been some really good individual hits, all 3 hundreds from the overseas players. Again, on the leg side, he's getting the ball to shape into the left-hander, which suggests that he will take it away from the right-hander. So he's got to get it right. He bowls with a good pace, Mokhidul Islam. 140 clicks, so almost 141. The first delivery that he has bowled in this over. He gets the ball to move, but it's too short and it's cut away beautifully. Again, from the batter, Usman Khan for a boundary. Good touch. Yeah, loose from the bowler. Look how far that is. Too easy for him. He's in form. He's not going to miss out. Not far from that fielder at third. No chance, was struck nicely. That's the one. That's the one. And has gone past that fielder, Jason Roy, at the first slip. And has gone to the boundary.
Good delivery. A slice of luck for Usman. Squared him up in a big way. There's nothing you could have done, Mokhidul, I'm afraid. And immediately, they put in a second slip in. Is it a case of the horse is already bolted?
Might have been. How many times you've seen a fielder going in a position where the ball has gone through his catchable height? This time he goes down the wicket. And when see, as a skipper or as a wicket keeper, when you see the bowler moving that much in the air and off the surface, then you've got to pass the message to the skipper. Skip, it's a good thing if you can get another slip in place. And if they had another slip in place, that would have gone straight into the hands. Now they have another slip in place. There are 2 slips in place.
Maybe he could get another edge. Who knows?
Twice he's come down the wicket now. And the last couple of deliveries, he decided to go down the wicket. So it was good from Mokhidul Islam, tucking him up, not giving him any room whatsoever. play and a miss. 17 without loss, Chittagong. They have not an easy target in front of them. 177. Yes, they've knocked off 17 already. Again, trying to slash a wide one. It's been given a wide. There's certainly some shape for Mustafizur Rahman also. Just needs to get it a little bit closer to the off stump. Again, he's missed out on that. Certainly there's hint of movement.
Certainly is. Just missed that outside edge. Flirting with danger, Pavez.
Gone past a couple of times and they have a slip in place. We've already seen what happened in that previous over when there was an edge which flew away from the first slip. So do they get another slip in place? Yeah, good seam presentation. It's just been a touch wider, but it's got past the bat a couple of occasions. Yes, there's only one slip at the moment. Would you have another one?
I would gamble with a second slip and push a short third back on the boundary, just in case. But even though the Kings haven't lost the wicket as yet, it's pretty slow going for them at the moment. Only 19 from 3.5 overs. So you've got to give some credit to the bowlers. The Capital's bowlers keeping it nice and tight. But it's a trend. It seems like the first 10 overs is always very challenging. And then after that, they tend to accelerate.
Cutter. Mithun, the skipper, padded up. Expected to come in next at number 3. We'll have to wait and see whether it's going to be Graham Clark or himself. And these are the 3 players expected to bat next. Haider Ali also. Well, that's gone through. That'll be a boundary. Again, it is Usman Khan who's got away with an outside edge. No second slip in place.
I've been saying for a long time, Arthur, that I'm always concerned about the short third, especially for a left-arm bowler bowling from over the wicket. The natural angle is going to go toward the slip's cordon. Having a short third is always dangerous.
The better. 25 without loss. Dhaka Capital's most wickets in this edition. Alauddin Babu right at the top of the list, 6 wickets. 𝗵𝗡 has got 4. Mukhidul Islam, we've already seen him bowling a couple of overs. Alauddin Babu not in the 11 tonight. Change in the bowling. Nazmul Islam. Opu. Left arm orthodox. To Pervez Hussain Imon, another left-hander.
Down.
Shot. First one greeted him with a lovely touch through the offside for a boundary.
Gentle loosener from Nazmul, and was struck away through extra cover for 4. That was a good stroke. Smack out of the middle of the willow. Once he gets past that field at extra cover, it was always going to be 4. Yeah, he knew that he erred in his length.
Yeah, too full. Almost a half volley. This time he goes behind square on the onside. 1 bounce to the fence. This is good batting. Good, aggressive.
Immediately, Nazmul is under pressure. Back-to-back 4s. Certainly was a good strike. 1 bounce into the square leg boundary. Immediately changing his angle. Going from around the wicket this time.
Down.
Better, but he couldn't stop that one. It allowed the batters to cross over for a single. The dew can get heavier, that's why they're making sure that the ball stays dry. Towels are out. Time he'll have to deal with the right-hander, who's been in a very good touch. Usman Khan for the very first time against spin. And that is a terrific hit down the ground, straight as an arrow.
He's taking the attack to the bowlers. Usman is raised to 22 from 15 deliveries. He waited and played it very late.
Yeah, he's just been too full. Nazmul Islam Opu. And knowing the intentions, knowing the intent of both the batters, looking to hit straight, presenting the full face of the batter, you cannot afford to bowl so full. You're making some room. But that was much more fuller.
You think he was going to bowl it?
He's under tremendous pressure, isn't he? Already conceding 13 with 1 delivery to go. Not the start he would have wanted.
Oh, that's cracked away. 1 bounce to the fence on the offside. Again, it was full. It was wide. Gets the treatment. 17 in that over. After 5, Chittagong 42 without loss.
Here's someone who can get them the breakthrough. He's capable of moving the ball both ways of the deck. This is Mukhidul Islam. That's his length. Soft hands. Tried the stumps and he hits. Ghazi Sohail. Question has been asked to him. He reckons the batter was well in. Now, Thisara questioned again, and now they're going upstairs.
TV umpire to director, we have a review for a run out at bowler's end. Can you show me your first angle, please? Batsman well inside, bell stop. Satisfied. I'm ready to make my decision in big screen.
Nexus Payne not out. Confirmed by TV umpire Masud Rahman Mukul. Worth the shy of the stumps definitely at times. See, batters don't place their bats. Parvez Maharouf alongside. Hope you're having a good time in Sylhet.
Wonderful time, especially enjoying the weather. Back in the tea gardens. Hospitable people like yourself, Shamim Chowdhury. Athar Ali Khan has been missing for a while. But definitely having a great time covering the BPL. 140.5 by Mukhidul to his third over. In the interview he did with you, Shamnoy, the coach, Chacha, he did say that having Mukhidul in the team and he believes he can pick up wickets. And I feel and I think that he has been unlucky that 1 or 2 wickets have been not in his bag.
In the air for a bit. But so far now, the Kings batters seem to be in control.
Well in control. Required rate is way under 10 runs per over. That's a good sign. Positive side for Chittagong Kings is that plenty of dew on the ground. The ball is going to get slippery. It will be tough work for the spinners also. And it won't turn unless you bowl it slower and have the guts to give it air and give it a rip.
Sort of hurried Imon on that occasion. Nevertheless, yes, you never know with the required run rate above 9. Few wickets can definitely turn the tail of the game over here.
Plenty of batting for Chittagong Kings. Haider Ali, Shamim Hussain has been in good form. I think it's all about that's confirmation of the dew. Plenty of them, even when we did the pre-show at 6:15. Lots of them. That's a shot. Oh, nice and flat and goes all the way.
That's 6, brings up the 50 for the Kings in style. This is smack. Moves the front leg away, creates room for himself and smacks it Kings style. Hits it in a Kingsley manner and went all the way backward a point for 6.
That was a slap, wasn't it? And Mukhidul, only thing he did wrong there was to pull the length back. What a shot. 9 boundaries and a 6.
Followed the batter. And he has obliged, has Usman Khan. Follows the 6 with the 4 and makes it 13 of the last over of the power play. 55 without loss, Chittagong Kings. As far as the score comparisons are concerned, after the power play, the Chittagong Kings are well ahead. And they are batting in a dominant manner. Farmanullah Safi, right arm fast bowler. Oh, edge, you could hear it. Finger goes up. The bowling change works for Thisara Pereira and Dhaka Capitals.
It was way outside the yaw stump. Any other day, Parvez Hussain would have smashed it over cover point or extra cover. Big outside edge and an easy catch and a A dream start for Farmanullah. First delivery cut. The left hand was batting well for 17. It's been dismissed. Kings 55.
First ball after the power play, and there's the wicket, which brings in Graham Clark in at 3. Sort of slip and plays for Safi. Off the mark is Graham Clark straight away.
Can't start without. Well, unlucky the left hand, I thought. Pick outside it, and this is what the Dhaka Capitals need. They needed inspiration with the bat. Sabir Rahman provided it. And 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 and co will be looking for someone with the ball to give them a dream spell. A brilliant catch by fielder around extra cover, cow point, a square leg, even mid-off. A brilliant piece of run out to get the team going. This is what I think Dhaka Capital is lacking. One good effort with the team, and that will make a huge difference in their confidence. Side full of stars, good players that played for their countries, but they just not have gelled in my opinion.
Also need a bit of luck, and it surely doesn't help. You don't get a win, and the other teams are just running over you. Sounded good. Straight to the fielder.
Power play highlights have been possibly have to go Chittagong Kings the way they started. Took the new ball, Sabir Rahman, a couple of overs. Economical, just 12 runs. Nazmul was targeted straight away by the left hander and the right hander, putting up the offside. After the power play, Parvez Amon being caught behind.
"17 runs of the Nazmul Islam Opu over. He bowled the 5th. So far, they've done well in the power play throughout the tournament.
Also, just on the entire tournament, we need all 7 teams fighting for the top 4. Don't want to see in the first half of the tournament a couple of teams are losing out because they're losing consistently. At least for the tournament's sake, everyone will be fighting until the first round gets over. 57 for 1.
The required run rate 9.3. Change of ends for Nazmul Islam Opu. Coming back from the rocket end. Short. Oh, smacked again. Flat 6 again. It's Usman Khan again.
The Misty Dohi was displayed by Nazmul. Take a look at that for a delivery. And a man who was fresh from 100 up in Dhaka is ample time. Flat bats it into the grass banks. Understand the ball must be wet, it must be damp, not easy. Nazmul Islam has been in the system for a very long time. Have the skill set to survive in these kind of conditions. Being the senior player, he needs to up his game.
Oh, he goes straight. Wings deployed for 6. Maximum. Brings up at 50 in style, does Usman Khan. Raises the bat and the hand. Appreciation from the owners and the dugout.
Usman Khan understands there's absolutely no turn and the ball is skidding on. This is a good shot going through the stroke. Nowhere near a half volley. As understandable, Nazmul Islam is not comfortable firing in the Yorkers, is not comfortable bowling it slower, and is playing into the hands of the Pakistani right-hander. What a shot. Crossing the pitch and going through the line.
Down.
Ball again, but you got to feel for the bowler. Yes, he's been there in the circuit, has plenty of experience, but these are really, really wet conditions.
The ball. It's not easy, I understand that. Sometimes you need that inspiration by somebody. We keep saying it. Take a look at this. At the last one, he hits it. Whoops, there you go. Snake in the field. Valiant attempt by Nazmul. It's going to be very, very difficult.
Perhaps sliding down the leg.
A bit of left arm Yorkers being bowled by Nazmul. Not comfortable bowling the length. Got the treatment, the second delivery straight down the ground. Ever since then, he's been bowling everything. That's confirmation how tough it is for the spinners. After every delivery, towel has to come out.
Usman Khan has been batting with great guns. 185 is strike rate. This edition of the Dutch Bangladesh Premier League. Rocket, co-sponsor Nexus Pay. That's an expensive over for Nazmul Islam. Another one. 14 runs of this one. Chittagong Kings 71 for 1. Tops the charts. Most 4s, Usman Khan. Nicely struck, well placed. Straight away, 2 was called for and they will get it. Here in the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, we have Zone 36, a heartfelt tribute to the wounded student warriors of the historic movement. Moving reminder of how much courage and resilience has shaped our nation. Need a bit of resilience. Oh, so straight that it hit the wickets at the opposite end.
It's important to play in the way, not that straight. Good shot. Standing tall, beautifully played. That 4 written all over it. Fortunate for Graham. The stumps. And, with the 4 runs there. It's important for Farmanullah bowls wicket to wicket. Third man, fine leg, both in the circle. Cannot lay on his leg stump or stump.
Much better in terms of length from Farmanullah. He has the field, deep mid-wicket in place, deep square leg in place, long on as well. Played at the same time. If he bowls at hard length, might just get an opportunity for a catch.
Also, it's very important not to be predictable. Playing the field, not only bowling Yorkers, bowling length, possibly a slow ball here and there. Batsman is trying to get after you. Being unpredictable is going to be very, very important, especially when you have a player, 𝗬𝗏, who scored 100 a few days ago. He's on 51 in 28 deliveries. To play with his ego as well sometimes.
Pretty close. Current and what's required. Well bowled again. And having made 4 changes, I feel 𝗬𝗏 Babu was looking good, was playing well. I don't know if he has some sort of niggle, but need the match winners to come to the forefront.
The sign of a team clearly not settled. So many changes. Previous game 6, today 4. It's time to find out the best 11. Asking the players who are getting into the middle. Consistent. Juicy full toss, missed out by Graeme Clark. Just a single.
Well bowled over. 𝗵𝗻 Safi. 5 runs off it, just 9 done. Kings are 76 for 1. 7 4s, 3 6s. Sara Pereira thinks it's about time to bring himself on. Over 1. Try at the stumps. Wasn't too far away.
I'll tell you what, 𝗬𝗏, a direct hit. Have been really, really close. Don't think Clark expected 𝗬𝗏 to change his angle, run to the leg side. In one motion, he threw it. Oh yes, oh yes. Definitely would have been. This is the luck I was talking about before. Something to inspire the team is missing. A little percentage.
Tell you what, watching the replay, and even now, every time Usman Khan is middling them, you can hear it from the sweet part of the bat.
Yeah, definitely. Timing it so well. These guys have been treated in a good game in the afternoon. They're staying back. Not too close like the last game which happened, but definitely one for the money. It's a good shot, a pickup, 1 bounce to the boundary. A gentle loosener at 121.5 being put away by Graeme Clark.
Short, ample amount of time, no extra bounce, not much pace. Stands and delivers rightly and importantly picks up the gap.
Yeah, the line was good, but not the length when you're bowling at 121.5.
Short again, pulled again, flat 6 on this occasion from the bat of Graeme Clark.
Wow. That's a fan killer. That went flat, hard. If you're not watching in the crowd, watch out. It's a long hop. It's what you have as a throwdown before a game. Wow.
Moment of inspiration. That's what they're waiting for. Dhaka Capitals have got runs on the board. Shoulders seem to have dropped on the field. Oh, missed it altogether. Tough for Eskinazi too. And off his gloves. Past the wedges. Wide 4s.
Maybe a little early to call. The wheels are coming off. A 4, a 6, a gift down the leg side where the wicketkeeper had absolutely no chance. Eskinazi getting bad to worse for Dhaka Capitals.
Been very difficult for the Dhaka Capitals to grip the ball due very wet conditions, but that works for the Kings. 17 runs in this over already with 2 more deliveries to go. These big overs do is playing a miss, required run rate goes down. Appeal from Thisara. probably the only one who's excited. 𝗏𝗂𝗃𝗃 says they've got nothing to lose. No, they're not going for it. Apart from the cricket matches, get to be most enthusiastic fan of the match. On display, they'll get to have an autograph and a photo of the player of the match. A great opportunity, good initiative by the cricket board. Good fielding, dive in and limits that one to a single, but 18 runs of the 10th over bowled by Thisara Perera. Kings are 94 for 1.
When the current run rate is more than the required run rate, that spells trouble for the opposition, because they have it absolutely under control. Chittagong Kings, halfway through, 94 for 1, treats the bowlers. Clark has also got off to a fly, 18 of 14. Usman Khan carrying on from that beautiful century the other day, 53 of 30 balls. It's not going to be easy for Manullah in his third over. He's bowled well, 1 for 7. Oh, tonked away immediately. It's making it very difficult for the bowlers.
The 177 is what Dhaka Capitals made. But having a look at what Chittagong Kings are doing at the moment, they're cruising along. They haven't played a poor shot. They've actually faced some loose deliveries. And every time there's an opportunity, they've picked up a boundary. 12 fours and 4 sixes already in this innings of 98.
Yes, more to come, but this time attempting to play down the ground a little bit straighter, gets the thickest in shot part and goes to long on. But the batting is looking relatively easy. Owners will be pretty satisfied with what has transpired so far. Usman Khan in particular has been rather severe on the bowlers. Oh, straight as an arrow, lovely, but Fielder's going to come across and cut it off.
The bowling from Dhaka Capitals have been not at par. With that single 100 on the board for Chittagong, 55 the opening partnership, and now after losing that first wicket at the score of 55, they've added 45 in just 27 deliveries.
Oh, short now. There's an opportunity. The fielder trying to get to it. I think it's going to fall in no man's land. Very fortunate. Could have gone anywhere. Well, fortune favors the brave. He is pretty lucky on that occasion.
Again, a very short delivery. He thought he was in business. Graham Clark, he was lucky because it has fallen at no man's land. Doesn't really carry on. Yeah, they got to find a bowler. Even if you don't pick up a wicket, you got to find a bowler who can bowl those dot deliveries. Not happening at the moment.
Not at all. They're just picking up the runs as they please into the gaps. Bit of a yes and no. Decided to get back, and wisely so. Very difficult for the bowlers now, having a grip, having some control. And with the belligerent mood of the batters, that has compounded their problems. Last ball of the 11th over coming. Cruising along, Chittagong Kings. Once again, just the manner in which they're garnering. Oh dear! They slid across, overran the ball, and it went past him for a boundary. That makes it a big over, with the disappointment of the bowler. 12 from the 11th over. It's 106 for 1. Oh, he tried to bowl it away from the arc. He's got a bit of bat, but he's got the wicket that mattered. An important breakthrough.
Well, Mustafizur Rahman has sent back a very, very important player. This is a crucial time, a crucial wicket. He goes down the wicket, but it's clever to bowl a little bit wide. It reaches out, and what it does, it hands that catch to 𝗏𝗡 at deep cover point. Another good innings, electrifying inning of 55 of 33 comes to an end. It's 1 of 6 for 2.
The breakthrough that the Dhaka Capitals needed has arrived at last. This is the catch. Mustafizur Rahman just outside the arc. It'll reach for that, turned it in. And a good, well-judged catch by 𝗏𝗡𝗏 in the deep. Slippery ball on the edge of the boundary. That was a good take.
It's just a very important wicket, and the Dhaka Capitals would need to understand, if they can knock over a couple of wickets here, then they're back in the game. Mohammad Mithun, good to see slip in place. The first delivery of his third over, he picks up a wicket. Fizz.
And if anyone can deliver the goods, it's going to be the experience and the wile of Mustafizur Rahman. It will be a little difficult, as we mentioned, to bowl all those cutters, because he'll have to roll his fingers over the ball. Not the easiest thing to do when the ball is a little wet, but they have changed the ball recently. Maybe that'll help his cause. Five wickets in 5 matches so far. Oh, that is the one. An appeal from behind. Only the keeper interested, not the bowler.
Once he gets into a good rhythm, then he's a dangerous player on any deck. Dangerous bowler to face. This over is turning out to be a good one. Started an over with a wicket of Usman Khan, and then he's gone past. Look at that movement of the seam. That is well bowled. That is a good delivery. That's the reason why he has a slip in place. It's a good change from Thisara Perera to bring him back in the attack. And straight away, success.
Goes across, now he's in position very quickly. But what about that? That was going like a rocket. Excellent fielding.
Well, this is what it does to the team. They know that they've picked up a wicket, and they've seen the back of Usman Khan. This is really nicely struck, and that is a very good piece of fielding from Musaddiq Hussain Shoikot. This is good teamwork. Very good from Dhaka Capitals.
Got to keep on creating that pressure, not allowing free runs. It's been a terrific over so far. Another wicket. That will be amongst the pigeons. Oh, drifting down leg side. Just easy enough for the batter to tuck it away. Just the single. In a tight over in terms of runs.
Yeah, that's the first run in this over. He's hardly given anything away. Picked up a wicket, 3 dots on the trot. Ron Tate, Namala Jr. Keeping an eye on the batters.
Needs to finish with a good delivery, does Mustafizur Rahman. But Clark on strike, and the batters can say that they have the luxury, just changing the field. The third man comes in the 30-yard circle, deep fine leg, goes out to the boundary. Oh, Yorker land couldn't be better. Excellent over by Mustafizur Rahman. Wicket and only a lone run in that. After 12, 107 for 2. Target of 178. They have really had a heyday. They have been grandly entertained by Shabir Rahman earlier with some belligerent batting. Nurul Hassan Chauhan earlier. with a fabulous last over. All augurs well for BPL this year. 70 runs needed for 47 balls.
Righto. Oh, nice spin ball.
Oh, just kept a tad low. Well, how about the zero waste zone at the clubhouse, also known, and that is in collaboration with the Ministry of Environment. This initiative is raising awareness about eco-friendly practices to protect our planet. It is a fantastic step by the Bangladesh Cricket Board.
Let's get the rate up again.
Shmool Islam Oppu. One short, he slices it, gets it beyond the infield, races away to the boundary.
Well, he hasn't been at his best. He's been very expensive. He concedes another boundary. Now that adds to 36 runs in 2.3 overs. Good batting. Just exposing all three stumps, making way on the onside, trying to open up the offside, and managed to hit it through the covers for a boundary. Very good shot.
They needed someone to give support to Mustafizur Rahman. That shot affects a change in the field. The mid-wicket going around to backward point region. Well, he will take up his position. Just a little more protection on the offside. Just to be tidy overs to support Mustafiz, as I said. It's been rather loose from Nazmul. As better, just pulling it away from the arc of the batter Clark.
I think 𝗃𝗃𝗃 will need to think his other options. He's got 5 bowlers already used. The name that comes to my mind is Mosaddek Hussain, the right arm off spinner. You got to try because he's been very expensive. Chittagong Kings is going great guns at the moment.
Oh, skites that, and it's raced away into the deep, straight to the field. I absolutely agree with you. I think they've got to try something out of the ordinary. Sometimes when you get to see a new bowler, batters tend to try and take him on. There's the mini bowling, 37 runs, and hasn't finished his 3rd over yet. Look at the difference between Mustafizur Rahman, 1 for 13 in 3 overs. It's been the problem with Nazmul, allowing the batters to settle down after a good over. With the ball, clips away, so very easy, so very comfortable to get the runs. Well, he managed just to give away 7 runs in that 13th over, 114 for 2. Dhaka were meandering along in the first 10 overs. Still Shabbir Rahman went berserk, really hit the ball to all parts of the ground, got that good supporting role from Tanzid Hassan, eventually managed 177 for 5. Chittagong haven't looked back, stuck to their task, carried on steadily. Now within striking range, talking about striking range, this is struck mightily and for a long, long 6. Wow, take that.
He's also been expensive, 𝗃𝗃𝗃. Went for 18 runs in his first over. And now this, the first delivery of his 2nd over. He latches onto it. It's a slower delivery. And hit that beautifully for the maximum.
Trying to bowl slow deliveries is not going to be very effective because it play into the hands of the batters. Oh, not getting, trying to hit it too hard, getting a little carried away. Mohammad Mithun, the bounce not there for him to get the meaty part of the bat.
They need a wicket here. And as they've just picked up the wicket of Osman Khan, but this chase, 58 of 40, and the way they have batting, they would need to grab a couple of wickets here.
Oh, once again slapped it away, found the fielder. But the crowd were royally entertained by 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃. Dhaka only scored 63 for 2 in the first 10 overs, but then in the next 10, 114 for 3. And this is a part of the 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃 show that was on view for the Sylhet crowd here. It was a blitzkrieg of an innings, fireworks all around, shots all around the ground. 4s and 6s, more 6s than 4s. As we see back live on, that's a fumble. Last thing you want when you're under the cosh, and they go for the second run quickly. A direct 3 might have been interesting, but the keeper had to gather and flick back. Enough time for the batter to make his crease.
I thought that might have been just an opportunity here. Yes, it was a misfield. 𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗃 going to retrieve it, knowing that they were coming for the second. Look at that throw. That is a poor throw. That is a poor throw. He was not even in the frame. Had it been a little bit quicker, would have been curtains.
Opportunity missed, yeah. Expression tells you all. It's all going wrong for the Dhaka Capitals. Target doesn't seem too distant for the Chittagong Kings now. 56 of 38. Oh, underaged that. Bit of sound, but dropping short of the keeper.
Yeah, the required run rate is still above 9 runs in an over. Went really after it. Again, a slower delivery. 1 bounce to the keeper. That's the reason why they feel, the batters, that they need to pick up boundaries. He's already picked up 1.
And talking about picking up boundaries, there it is. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 just used the pace, opened the face with the bat, and sent it away to the boundary. He spoiled the over in a way. 12 from the 14th over. 126 for 2. Match number 7 was the last match between the Chittagong Kings and 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. 219 is the highest score so far posted. Usman Khan with a beautiful 123. Clark chipped in with 40. Mithun 28. Quickfire 19. A cameo from Haider. Good bowling too from Ali Al-Islam, Arafat Sani, and Wasim. 2-2 for Shariful for 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Emphatic win by Chittagong on that occasion. You asked for him, you've got him. Musaddiq Hussain.
Yeah!
Oh, straight away he's put the batters in a spot of bother.
Well, he does not have any other option. He had to go to Musaddiq Hussain. Nearly picked up a wicket in his very first delivery. Starts well. Starts really well. Inside edge onto the pad. That could have gone on to hit the stumps.
Well, once again, he's induced the inside edge. This is good bowling. He's just zipping the balls through, cramping the batters for space. Intelligent. Cannot afford to give them any width to work with. He's taken 26 wickets in his BPL career. 1 wicket now would come in very handy for his team. Just walks into that shot.
Yeah, even if he doesn't pick up a wicket, if he can bowl a good over here, because the first 3 deliveries have only been a single. Just 1 run in the first 3 deliveries. Now making sure the ball stays dry, not easy for the spinners, especially the spinners, to have a good grip on.
Mithun again tries to dig out a full-length delivery. This is marvelous bowling. Under pressure, keeping your head, controlling the ball, and ensuring that the batters are tied up.
He needs to finish off nicely here. There are 2 more deliveries to be bowled in this over. If he can finish up nicely here, then the run rate, the required run rate, would creep up.
Once again, trying the hard to really bludgeon the ball, but not getting the timing right. It's been so effective Absolutely right. Just trying out the runs. That psychological pressure when the required run rate goes over the 10 mark and play on the minds of the batter and make them do silly things. Still under control, the Chittagong chase. Once again, pitching it up. Terrific over. Just 4 runs, sorry, from the 15th over. 130 for 2.
Manula. Out the ground. Poor delivery, got the treatment. Let's have a look here to see with regard to height, if that's above waist height. If it is, then it will be a no ball free hit. That's going to be okay. Just understand that he needs to be in a standing position, slightly crouched. For me, that's okay.
Yes, and it looks like the ball was dipping as well. So that should be safe.
And he's already paid the penalty, hasn't he? He's gone out the ground. Don't want to add salt to that wound. That's all it'll be. Every time you think that the Capitals are scrapping back, this kind of delivery gets bowled. Oh, I'm not so sure that was the smartest thing. Got away with it.
.41 runs needed, 28 balls remaining. This is shaping up to be an exciting finish. The Kings are going well. The Capitals are hanging in.
𝗿𝗂𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐿 is also front and center with Dhaka 36, the official mascot of the BPL this year, representing freedom, peace and endless possibilities. This white dove with 36 colourful feathers is soaring into the hearts of cricket fans across the country. Dhaka truly symbolises the vibrant spirit of the tournament. Just falling short of Jason Roy.
Agonizingly short by a couple of inches. It would have been a terrific catch had he held on.
Done well there, Roy, as well, because he's had to come off the boundary. Those ones running forward are never the easiest, and then you've got to dive forward, and you're thinking about a dentist bill and all sorts of things when you're making that dive.
Speaking of diving, HD, towards the back end of my career, maybe in my last year or so, Western has brought in a fielding coach trying to teach us how to do the dive. Some guys did it very well, so when he got to me, I just politely said to him, I feel at fine leg and third man, if he gets past me, there's no diving.
I'll teach you how to stop it with my boot. Not middled. One's two, should only get one. Little misfield will lead to two. Not when runs are precious. End of the 16th, 141 for 2. How qualifiers happen. There is an eliminator between third and fourth position of Obviously a qualifier 1 between first and second. The winner goes straight through to the final. The loser plays the winner from the eliminator in qualifier 2. Right, it's the money overs here. Safely. Quite difficult to see out of our position here at the moment. It's got very, very misty. Sure that it's a bit chilly out there now.
Come on, lads.
As Bob Marley said in one of his songs, misty morning, don't see no sun. But it's a misty evening here at Sylhet.
Don't see no moon.
It's got to only be one.
Single.
Well done, bowler.
The way that this afternoon's game panned out, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes down to the wire either. At the moment, you would think Chittagong are cruising, but it just takes a couple of dot balls, a wicket here and there, a little bit of panic, and all of a sudden we're in that last over.
Catch it.
I don't think the Capitals would mind that. Singles and twos won't hurt them at this point.
That's it.
On the other hand, the Kings need to get a couple of boundaries. It's getting a little bit tougher.
Those strike rates are encouraging for the Kings.
Catch it, Jason.
Oh no, there's what we're talking about. This is just what we're talking about. He's got himself out and he's given them a glimmer.
That shot certainly was uncalled for. He didn't even try to hit it hard, just paddled it to short fine leg. Good catch in the end. Jason Roy doing a wonderful job, taking an easy catch in the end. Graham Clark is gone for 39. Chittagong Kings 144 for 3.
Chamin was saying, strike rate is good. That sort of strike rate will win you games from these positions. Ďak's done a decent job here. He's the last bowler to be used, the off spinner. Pereira tried his front 5. Now he leans on the off spinner. Here's the wicket again.
Just a gentle scoop. That was always a getting out shot, really. As far as I'm concerned, it was uncalled for.
Oh, down!
See, that's why he was teaching you how to dive. Single off the last. 145 for 3. Desperate for a win, the Capitals. It's been so long.
This over could dictate which way it's going to go. Capitals or Kings. This is a crucial over.
Maybe this is a good bit of leadership here from Tissera Pereira, because he brings back his main bowler. So often we see the main bowler come back and bowl the penultimate over or the last over, and sometimes the game is done. He's recognized the fact that this is moment critique. This is the time they need a strong over. 𝗵𝗫, who's been the pick of them, this is his final over. A good one here, and you just never know.
I think it's a very good move by the skipper.
Well, that's just slapped through mid-wicket for 4. Wasn't a bad delivery at all. Hence the reason the man has a strike rate of over 130.
Played it well. And he's a short man, so he doesn't need much bounce. That eases the pressure a little bit.
Tight on the off stump. How did you find it being a tall man bowling to short batters? Did you find it harder than to a batter who was sort of 6 foot?
A lot harder, because sometimes that short of a length that I'm so accustomed to bowl to taller players suddenly becomes a short ball for the shorter player. So it forces you to adjust your length and maybe go a little bit closer. And sometimes you do, and you're driven down the ground, which I hate.
That's flat batted down the ground. Don't let it get past you. Once it's past you, it's 4 on this ground.
Turning out to be a good over for the Chittagong Kings. They're loving it. 18 over so far. 25 needed from 14. It was a peculiar looking shot.
Have to rewrite the cricket books now with the type of strokes that have come out. It used to just be the cover drive and the pull and the square cut and the forward defence and backward defence. Now there's all sorts. There's scoops, there's loops, there's there's everything. Now this sort of innings that Shamim has played here, 10 off 7. In the statistics, it doesn't look so good if you get out, but in the context of these shortened games, when you walk in with very few balls to face and you get 10 off 7, it can prove to be a match-winning innings. Third inside the circle, fine leg inside the circle. Very backward point as well. So a huge amount of space between the deep point and the long off on the offside. So for Mohammed Mithun, he must be thinking, well, if I can beat extra cover, I could get at least 2. If I hit it well, 4. Finishes the over well, but did go for a couple of boundaries. 10 from it, 155 for 3. Is this Dhaka's night? Is it? 15 matches in a row they've lost. You always hear winning is a habit. Losing can be exactly the same. You just don't know how to get over the line. You get yourself into these sort of positions and the result just falls against you. They're in it again here. 12 balls remain.
1. Yeah, well done. Get it out. That's awesome, brother. So nice.
This over, the penultimate over, will decide which way it's going to go. 22 to get. You at least need to leave at least 15, maybe 14 or so for the final over to have a chance. If he goes to 15 in this, it's all over.
Well, 26 wasn't enough in the previous game. Oh, no, not the full toss. Not a full toss. Not at this stage.
Poor delivery. And any batter would have clobbered that for 6. Dear, oh dear. They're certainly making it easy for the Kings.
Needs a harder shot. And he can just
Like we
cut.
said, when you keep losing, you find ways to lose again and again and again. Surely just a couple, maybe a dot here or a single there. He's gone again, he's found a boundary again. What a little innings this is from Shamim Hussain.
That's another good strike. And this outfield is lightning quick. Just a few yards to your right or left, and it's gone.
Now, the two men on the leg side didn't even move. They almost just stared at each other and said, which one of you are going to go get it? Now there needs to be some seriously intelligent cricketing discussion taking place there, because you've only got 12 to defend. So your 15's gone, �𝗁𝗍𝗃. The guy who's giving the last over is panicking.
Of course. Of course.
Oh, we might have to have a look at this. I'm worried about those feet. I'm a little worried about those feet.
Did he touch the boundary ropes? We're not sure. It's good there. Hey, ball is in his hand. It looks like it. This could be 4.
Well, if we weren't certain about the previous one, we are now. We use the word cameo. This is it in all its glory. 26 off 11.
It's all over. I said previously that if this over goes to 15, then it's all over. It's already 17. Done and dusted.
Oh, 𝗃𝗧. Well, the matchup's correct. It's the off spinner against the left-hander, isn't it? It's not working. It's not working. They'll get 2 here again, surely. No. Mithun has said, leave this to me. I'll keep the strike. That's an enormous over. 173 for 3. Mohammed Mithun has stood on the other side and just watched. Bukidul to bowl the final one. He wants to. He's scurrying. He gets there. And not easy though, 𝗁𝗍𝗃, as well. You know, we know it was a poor previous over, but there's a lot of dew out there, and for a spinner to have to grip the ball, for a seamer to have to run in and bowl variations, winning the toss becomes critical. Ball short of Roy, this time just a single.
Well, game on. 2 runs to get from 4 deliveries, HD.
Roy frantically trying to drive the seam, but I think it's done. Pereira will pull some fielders in. Surely he'll have more than 4 inside the 30-yard circle now. He's going to have 5.
Once the Dhaka capital loses game, that will be 16 games lost in a row. That's unheard of.
Well, it's very real now, because that is that. The Kings have won by 7 wickets. And for the Dhaka Capitals, it's back to the drawing board. How, oh how, are they going to find a win?
At one stage, they were well in the game. And then a couple of big overs cost them dearly. Look at Shamim, 30 from 14. Changed the complexion of the game totally. Took it away from the Capitals.
Shaun Tate, the big fast and nasty from Australia. Coach, he'll be happy. This team had played 2, won 1, lost 1. Now you're sitting in a much more comfortable position, having played through 1, 2, and lost 1. I couldn't agree with you more, 𝗏𝗧𝗄𝗧. I think that innings of Shamim Hussain is exactly what you want from your middle order. This is the moment. Fortunate runs, yes, but a well-deserved victory for the Chittagong Kings.
Look at the celebration. There were some tense moments. Heads are down for the Capitals. Probably saying to themselves, where do we go from here? How can we eke out a win?
Granted, not all these players have been involved in those 16, but the name Dhaka is attached to those 16, and you feel it. You'll feel it in the dressing room. The run chase was never going to be a simple one. They still had to play well. So 5 games and 5 losses for the Dhaka Capitals. Let's go downstairs and join Shamim Chowdhury, who has 𝗬𝗧 𝗂𝗧. They're getting closer and closer. 178, that was the number that was required by the Chittagong Kings if they were going to get their second victory. Usman Khan got them off to a rollicking start. He is a good player, this man from Pakistan. Was an early wicket though for the man from Afghanistan, a little caught behind, but wasn't going to prevent Usman Khan from going big, long, impressive. A half century to follow his wonderful 100 earlier on in the competition. Mohammad Mithun came to the wicket, the captain. He needed to play a good innings. They were never really well and truly in control of the game. You always felt that Dhaka had an opportunity if they just could string a couple of good overs together. Graham Clark played nicely, the man from Durham. That one just falling short of Jason Roy before Roy did manage to hold on to get rid of Graham Clark. Then the innings of the evening. Shamim Hussain walked to the wicket. They still had plenty of work to do, and his 30 of 14 was brutal. Absolutely brutal, but it was left to the captain to take them over the line. Toss is becoming important here for the night games. Dhaka were inserted once the Kings had won the toss. 177 for 5. Rahman played brilliantly. 82 not out of just 33 deliveries. If it wasn't for him, they probably would have ended around the 140 mark. It was a challenging total. Chittagong made light work of it in the end, courtesy of some brilliant partnerships and some exceptional performances. Yes, 55 from Usman, but the innings of the evening goes to Shamim's 30 not out of just 14 balls. Right, so Chittagong Kings win by 7 wickets. We're off to a short break. When we come back, the presentation.
বাংলাদেশ প্রিমিয়ার লিগ 2025 7টি দলের জমজমাট লড়াইয়ে মাতবে পুরো দেশ। দেখতে চোখ রাখুন টি স্পোর্টস নেটওয়ার্কে।